Good afternoon, everyone. Tom from Mezzo Hunt here. We're about to go into a discussion, a little quick discussion I want to go through here.
God, look at that.
Okay, so the other day, it was. Gotta take a look here. I want to say it was last week. I want to say the third. Probably the third or something like that. Yeah, I want to say on April 3rd. Yeah, that's when I was in northern Indiana. Um, Went up chasing. Didn't make the Illinois play like I wanted to due to time and distance. And getting off work and being able to make it out there safely and have the energy to go chase the rest of the day and make everything on time. And after taking a look at stuff, I could have actually made it out to stuff on time, but I weighed the overall risk on that and decided I'm not going to risk taking a chance to get myself tired to where I'm not going to be able to be my full 100% self when I get to Illinois to chase. And plus the fuel cost on everything in Illinois is well over $5 a gallon. Be nice if Illinois became a better state. Maybe one day they will. I don't know. But nonetheless, there was a lot of chasers that went and played in Illinois on that risk. And they had pretty good storm structure setups and stuff like that. There was a couple tornado intercepts I seen that were really good intercepts, and I want to congratulate those for those. However, I went north of Kokomo near Grissom Air Force Base, a little town called Deer Creek, Indiana. I was on a storm there that I took the gamble on it. One, because it's closer to home front there, and I wasn't going too far out, and I didn't have the time to go to Illinois, so I gambled on playing Northern Indiana. What I seen on the HRRR model, it did not disappoint. Was it a prolific tornado producer? No, but that storm I was on, it tried for 2 hours to put one down, and it offered some of the best scenery I have seen in quite some time. But nonetheless, I did so safely. I didn't cause any accidents, didn't cause wrecks, didn't get myself hurt, didn't get anyone else hurt. Amongst all the other chasers that were in Illinois, haven't heard of anything dumb happen with the chaser out in Illinois that day. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I didn't hear about it, which is pretty much a good thing. That if I don't hear anything from Illinois on chasers, it's either no one's seen it or it never happened. So I always err on the side that hopefully it never happened. But that same night, Oklahoma had a setup that was coming through that had, I think they did consider it a weak EF1 go through OKC Metro there, near I-44 and whatnot. And this is primarily a discussion today of speaking to chasers like myself, the new chasers, and our veteran chasers that's been out there doing it for a while. When we see dumb stuff happen, we need to be able to call those chasers out and hold them accountable. We need to, because if we don't, chasers, old, new, young, getting into it, I'm saying this now, and you need to heed it and hold on to these words. We need to hold other chasers accountable when they mess up or when they do something absolutely, absurdly reckless. We need to call them out. We need to hold them accountable for their actions. Because if not, there's a lot of states talking about restricting chasing. We don't want that. That's the one thing I look forward to every spring, and with a lot of people, I look forward to every spring is being able to go out in the field and chase with friends and get good pictures and videos and see Mother Nature just unleash its fury in unimaginable ways that every year I'm astonished. Every year I chase, I always see something new. But we need to hold chasers accountable that end up doing something dumb and reckless. And I'm about to show you this video here, everyone, and even the public's more than welcome to chime in on this. The video I got right here is a chaser that goes by the name Brandon Alexander Okwx Arwx for whatever reason. I'm going to talk about this post because after watching this video, it is going to correlate with what I'm going to go here. Oklahoma 44. I'm setting the precedence right now, right at the gate. Oklahoma 44. Less than ideal conditions, as you see before I start playing this. There's a lot of rain and a lot of wind. You can't see the wind, but there's a lot of rain right there. But once you see the video play out, you will see the wind. Traffic on 44. Anyone that's been on Oklahoma 44 knows in these type of conditions, it sucks to drive on going the right way down the road. Yes, I said the right way. What you're about to see here is going to blow your mind. It blew my mind, and it blew a lot of other chasers' mind, and we were quick to call him out on it. And he didn't like that, as you'll see. So Oklahoma 44 is less than ideal to drive on when you got these conditions going on. With wind, rain, visibility is dropped. 44 is known, you're known to hydroplane if you don't do it right on 44. And that the highway speeds on 44, I do believe, are around 60 to 65, anywhere from 70. Some places could be 80 still yet, but I think this part of 44 is right around the 65 to 70 mile an hour range. Locals down there, correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a minute since I've been on 44 there. But 44, I've drove down 44 many times in these conditions, and it's never fun because you always got to watch for hydroplaning and other traffic. Because once visibility drops, you're not going to see taillights all that much. But in this, you can still see the taillights and stuff like that, especially out in the distance there. Reason why I say that is video running on a camera. Camera can pull out more light in low lighting conditions, more exposure time and stuff like that. You'll be able to see lights from a distance than you would do with a naked eye. With naked eye, if it was me with naked eye, I wouldn't be able to see that second vehicle further up. With the one right in front of them, yeah, you absolutely can see, but further up ahead, you would definitely have a hard time struggling to see that, especially if you're currently driving, where this guy's sitting still, you can kind of see a little bit more. But if you were actually driving, good luck. 44, dangerous as it is in these conditions. This chaser here is in this vehicle with, it sounds like a couple other people in the vehicle with him. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play this, and I'll let you be the judge on everything. But let you know, a lot of other chasers have seen it, and we have called him out because we need to police our own to keep from state lawmakers to intervene and tell us how we need to chase and that we can or cannot chase anymore. So we need to hold those accountable that do dumb stuff like this. And nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead and hit play here.
I know, just hang tight. We're good. We're good.
It's the rear foot draft, bud.
The wind is kicking up.
Yeah.
This is the wind gust that you feel all the time.
It's looking.
I know it is. I know. It's just trying to get that
Looking right
hook.
over us.
Yep.
You sure we should
Yep, we're
back
good.
up?
No, we're good right here. Just trust me.
This is the RFD.
It's going to go right in front of us on the highway. Oh, we got power flashes. We got power flashes.
Power flashes. Right straight above the sign right there, the interstate sign. We got power flashes.
I'm getting peed on it.
Me too. There, your power flash.
As long as those power lines are on the right, we're good. If we got power flash. Oh, yeah, okay.
There's something on the ground.
Yeah, there is. Certainly something on the ground. Okay, start backing up. Start backing up.
We gotta go in reverse.
Hold on.
Oh shit, we gotta go.
Yep, nice and easy. Easy. Don't freak out. Just nice and easy.
I can't let you freak out, that's for sure.
There ain't nothing behind her. Just turn a U-E. Just make a U-E. Go up the wrong way. There's one car coming.
Watch the car.
I'm stopping it right there. This is Oklahoma 44 in less than ideal conditions. In the rain. Rain's been driven by the wind. Visibility is horrendous. He is on I-44. It's an interstate, major interstate for the OKC area. So you'll see a vehicle right there. That's incoming traffic. He decided to have his driver and stuff, gave them instructions to turn around and drive into incoming traffic. Watch out for the car though. This could have been severely bad. Very bad. Bad for him and bad for whoever's in that vehicle coming at them. That vehicle wouldn't have had time to stop at all. It would have been a head-on collision. Luckily, it was not a head-on collision. Driving into incoming traffic as an escape route, as he claims. He claims that was the only escape route that he had. I'm going to continue playing on here because it gets more asinine from here.
Watch the car. Alright.
Get in the breakdown lane on the other side.
Over there. Alright,
There you go.
just get down that ramp. We're good. Yep. Alright, slow it down so we don't roll.
You have to remember, we're going up the wrong way. There was that GoPro.
Alright, slow it down. Get us right here. Get us right up here. There you go. Right here. Perfect.
Closer to the hill.
Yes, sir.
Why did he do this?
What's the radar?
Just watch those power lines up there.
It's bad. It's bad. We gotta keep going south.
Nope.
Well, I lost the media there. Maybe go here. No. Technical difficulties. There you go.
Oh my God! Look at that wind.
I know. Just hang tight. We're good.
All right, I'm gonna just pause that right there. I'm just leave that right where it's at. So, a lot of people have seen this as it happened, shortly after it happened, and oh boy, did the chasers call him out. I was one of them, and a lot of the guys I know, and I chase with, that I'm good friends with, they called him out as well on being stupid, being reckless on his decision here. As chasers, we already got a lot to contend with. We got a negative image that we're more and more combating every season that we go, because every season more and more dumb stuff like this is taking place by inexperienced chasers like him. So we gotta hold our people accountable. We gotta hold other chasers accountable. We need to call them out. Not necessarily to bully them. I don't condone bullying them. We need to call them out for stuff like this, because this can end bad. And we get more and more stuff that happens like this, the more and more it's going to get reported to lawmakers and the big news media will eat this up. Val and Amy Castor, oh, I guarantee you they're finding a way to eat this up right now to bring back you chasers. Remember that storm chaser bill that they tried putting out, right? The one where you had to pay like $500 a year and like $1.5 million insurance policy. Then you had to be endorsed by some university or news media just to be able to have your chaser license, just to be able to chase and whatnot. It got shot down. Luckily, it got shot down. And it was thanks to us experienced chasers being vocal, writing letters to Oklahoma state lawmakers that chaser license is absurd. You're doing this to cater to big media like Val and Amy Castor, which I don't care for Val or Amy Castor. Never have, and I never will, because they are the most horrendous people on the face of the planet when it comes to chasing. Especially Val. I cannot stand Val to save my life there. Val needs to just call it quits and get out of the field. He has a lot of enemies out in the field. He doesn't have friends out in the field. I'll tell you that. They're going to eat this up. They're going to make another push. I guarantee you they're already attempting right now as we speak to make another push with state lawmakers to have a chaser bill reenacted, because this right here is just giving them ammunition to go off of why they need it. You guys realize that when they pass a chaser bill, that's going to keep a lot of small-time chasers and some of you new guys trying to get out in the field learning and all that. And some of you guys may have been past meteorologists, retired, and you're just going out there for the love of the game. And some people run photography businesses based on weather out on the plains. And if they pass the state bill for chaser license, that's going to take a lot of chasers out of play. They're not going to be able to afford to pay the licensing fees and maintain an insurance policy to be able to chase. But if we continue to have stuff like this happen, it's going to happen. They're going to get more restrictive, and it's only going to be, I possibly see it being only open to news media like Amy and Val Castor and the rest of them, the guys, to be able to have free reign of the roads, while all of us chasers are like, oh man, we wish we could chase, but that insurance policy is absolutely insane. We can get endorsed by a university or anyone like that because the news media just wants their people to be exclusive, and people like him doing dumb stuff like this is just giving them all the opportunity to be able to make that bill happen. So we need to hold our people accountable, because if we show state lawmakers we can hold our people accountable for what they do, call them out, and keep them accountable for their actions when they do dumb stuff like this, the better off that we are. Because I'll tell you what, this guy right here ain't liking being called out for this. He's doubling down and trying to justify this. He posted some 20-minute video of him justifying why he did that the other day. And even he's getting called out by the most veteran chasers that's been doing it much, much longer than him. And we're all calling him out like, dude, is this stupid? You can't be doing this. We're trying to call him out and let him own up to his mistake. If he would have owned up to his mistake, be like, yes, I screwed up, I should have never done that. That was a stupid call. And publicly, if he publicly condemned his actions, saying that he messed up, his driver messed up, and they were in the wrong for it, it would have gone a hell of a lot better for him. But no, the guy doubles down, does a 20-minute video on trying to justify why he did what he did, and he's not backing down. And that's pretty damn scary. And it should be scary for you chasers out there too, that someone like him is not backing down on admitting that he was wrong. And it should be scary for the public too, because Unfortunately, we got chasers like this that will double down and try to do everything in their power to justify what they were doing. That should scare you, because stuff like this, no daylight left. It is a nocturnal event in rain on Oklahoma 44. If that guy had to slam on the brakes and stop, he wouldn't have time. It would have been disastrous. And luckily, it didn't turn into a disaster. But for this guy here to justify what he was doing, why he was doing it, is absolutely asinine. And I'm feeling some slight shitbag, big time shitbag energy there. But wait, there's more. We need to hold him accountable, which we are. He's not liking it. He's crying. He's been blocking everybody, because I can't even find that 20-minute video that he did the other day, because anyone that called him out for being reckless has been blocked. He's been blocking anyone and everyone that calls him out and saying that is absolutely dumb, because he is that dedicated to justifying what he did on Friday, April 3rd, down in OKC Metro on Oklahoma 44. Absolutely insane. And I'm feeling some shitbag energy from that. Just wait. So, you guys seen this? No, I'm going to talk about this. This right here. I'm going to read it. How about this? How about this? Next time, I believe a tornado is headed right towards me, and as you've seen in the video with power flashes, any experienced chaser, I'd have been sitting there like, I'm just gonna wait it out right here, because power flashes and stuff like that, I don't know if there are power lines down, I can't see that far, less than ideal condition. I'd have just stayed where I'm at, or I wouldn't have put myself in that spot anyways, or me being an experienced chaser know that I'm perfectly fine. I'm seeing power flashes. It's right, relatively same spot, and if I'm looking at radar and I'm looking at the velocity signature, correlation coefficient, and all that, I can judge pretty good where that's gonna relatively be at. And if I was in his situation, I would have just stayed where I was at. Me, I probably would have went up a little bit closer to it to really get the real feel on it, because he wasn't really in no danger at that point in time. So, mind you, it wasn't heading towards him. It was moving pretty quick enough, and when you look at the SVRs and all that, he was fine. I'm just gonna sit there and let it hit. It's kind of dumb, but if you do dumb decisions and put yourself in dumb scenarios, well, maybe you win dumb prizes. Just saying. I'm not going to move. Well, you should have done that. That'd been a lot better. I'm not going to back up. No one said that you can't back up. Absolutely, you can back up. You just don't drive into incoming traffic. I'm just going to sit there. Oh, you should have just sat there. And end up like the Twistex team, or Team Twistex. Team Twistex. I'm gonna get to that last line there, and end up like Team Twistex, or Twistex. I call it Team Twistex. He's from Arkansas, whatever. Next paragraph. Because so many of you keep wanting to argue that going the wrong way down the highway is such a bad issue. Listen to those words that you just typed. Because so many of you keep wanting to argue that going the wrong way, going the wrong way down the road now, is such a bad issue. Well, Brandon, generally driving down the wrong way down the road into incoming traffic in less than ideal conditions, it's a terrible idea. And you're trying to argue that you did the right thing by doing it, and it wasn't a bad issue or a bad idea. Anytime anyone drives into incoming traffic on a highway, such as Oklahoma 44, in these conditions, if you don't see it as a big deal, I don't want to associate with you. Now, for those of us that looked at this and was like, oh, wow, that's bad. That could have ended very bad for him and whoever was in that vehicle. Could have been a family in that vehicle. We may never know. Luckily, it didn't turn into that. But it is a big issue, Brandon. You're driving into incoming traffic in less than ideal conditions. You claim in that video, before you blocked everyone, that it was a safe, sound decision. It was your escape route. That should never, ever be your escape route. And chasers, for you new ones out there that's learning the craft, and hopefully you're learning the craft from someone that's been doing it for a minute and teaching you the right way. And if you don't, feel free to reach out to chasers out there that's been doing it for a while. You'll know which one's been doing it for a while. We'd be more than happy if you came up to us as a new chaser and like, hey, I think this is a bad decision. What do you think? I'll be more than happy to talk you through that and give you my 2 cents on it. I'm not going to give you away my secrets on how I chase, because that's kind of like a trademark to my craft, because every chaser has a trademark on how they chase and how they forecast and how they do things. But we will always help you new chasers try to figure stuff out on here's how to properly position yourself. Here's how not to get yourself deleted. Here's how not to be reckless. Don't be reckless. Don't be driving down the wrong. Have an escape route. And we are filled with information and knowledge that you can always pick our brains from. That way you don't have to resort to this and try to defend your actions. And he goes, yeah, I'll just sit there next time. Hopefully there's not a next time that you're out in the field, Brandon. Hopefully you don't come back out in the field ever again until you learn to take responsibility for your actions. Because this could have ended bad. It could have ended into a multiple fatality. It could have ended up in a multiple vehicle pileup in these conditions on Oklahoma 44. You could have got yourself, your crew killed, and what's worse, you could have got a family killed on these actions. But here you are on social media, blocking everyone that calls you out on it, and trying to tell you this was a bad decision. You shouldn't be posting this up. You need to learn from your actions. But no, shitbag energy coming through. There's no brakes on the shitbag train. That you're going to sit there and justify what you did here. Absolutely not. I'm doing this video here. I'm going to be posting up on YouTube and on my Mezzo Hunt Chasing. And it's going to be posted on Mezzo Hunt. And I want chasers, old, new, and incoming chasers, to look at this and look at that. And if you guys are able to find him on social media and see these posts, read through the comments. They're not positive. There's some that go to the extent to bully him. He has blocked myself and many other chasers from being able to see what he's doing. Because he is doubling down on this decision here, and I don't get what he's gaining from it. if anything, he's not gaining nothing. Especially, I already told you, I have to come back to it. I'm just sit there and end up like Team Twist X. Hold up. Full stop. Full stop. I'm just gonna sit there and end up like Team Twist X. Brandon, bud, just to let you know, that right there, I'm just gonna end up like Team Twist. For you to compare your situation to Team Twist X back in El Reno 2013, with Paul, Tim, and Carl, you have no place, none, to claim that. For you to compare this situation to them is absolutely the biggest shitbag energy I have seen in quite some time in the chase field. I don't get along with Reed Timmer that much. I don't see eye to eye with him, but I get along with him and I'm cordial with him. But I've never seen someone like Reed Timmer or anyone pull that shitbag energy that you have pulled out somewhere magically out of your rear to post that, to have the gall to post that on there, that you're gonna, I'll just sit there and end up like Team Twistex to compare this situation to what you went through. Brandon, you have no friends out in the chase field right now. None. Absolutely none. And it'd behoove you to stay away from veteran chasers this season. You're not going to be a welcome sight to see at all this year for the rest of the season. Because this comment and this stupidity, we don't want you around us. If you want to stay in Arkansas and chase down there, go for it. We don't want you in Oklahoma. We don't want you in Texas. We don't want you in Kansas. Necessarily, a lot of chasers don't want you to be around chasing anymore. Because doing stuff like this and coming back through and trying to defend the reason why you did what you did, and you turn around and block everyone that calls you out and trying to help you out, trying to make you accountable, and you're blocking them, not accepting that responsibility, screams and shouts, I'm a big shitbag, I'm going to do what I want, screw your opinion. You, sir, don't need to be chasing anymore. Because chasers enough, we have to fight every year tooth and nail to keep state lawmakers from restricting chasing even further, more and more every year. And you're giving them the ammunition to be able to do it. If you had the experience, if you claim that you're an experienced chaser and you're a research chaser, you would never been in that position. You would never decide, oh, I'm going to go turn around. Why? Why is that justifiable? It should never be justifiable. Never. Never ever have I seen a chaser of this magnitude try to defend driving down in the wrong way on a interstate, less ideal conditions, into incoming traffic and justify why they did it. Own up to your actions. You would have got a lot more respect if you're like, I messed up. I screwed up and did this. It wasn't smart. And just left it at that. You would have a hell of a lot more respect from our community. But no, instead, you decide to post up a 20-minute video to justify this, then turn around and you're posting dumb stuff like this, comparing your situation with Team Twistex. You have no right. You're absolutely insane for it. And I hope not to see you out in the field, because it's not going to be a welcome sight. You try to talk to any other chasers out in the field this year, I guarantee you they give you the cold shoulder and don't want to help you. You made your bed, now lie in it. Because that is dumb. And chasers, young, new, old, chasers coming into the field, take note. We need to hold accountability. And we are holding accountability, because this is proof right here that we're holding him accountable. He's not liking it. A lot of people, when you hold them accountable, may not like being held accountable. They might be narcissistic. Like, I'm getting energy on this guy here. But if we continue to hold our counterparts and our colleagues responsible for their actions and policing our community, we can stop and keep from state lawmakers restricting chasing and coming up with laws for chasers to follow that's going to restrict what we can and can't do. We just need to be using common sense out there. Be courteous, especially being courteous to the public. This was not being courteous to the public. You just put public lives in danger there, Brandon. Chase smart. Don't do dumb stuff. I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means. I've done my fair amount of dumb stuff. Nothing like this. Nothing like this at all. I might mess around with the laptop a little bit more than I should while going down the road, just glancing here and there. Tablet, looking up out of the window. It's easy to get distracted while you're chasing. It really is. And sometimes you forget while you're going down the road because you're coming up on a storm and you happen to glance down and it's like, speed limit's 55 on the road. You glance down and you're like, oh my god, I'm doing 80. And you kind of forget to keep check on yourself. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I've done stuff like that before. Not like that. Yeah, I've done stuff before that I've passed people to try to get ahead a little bit, and I've gotten called out on it. Radar scope's got these little dots and stuff like that. I got my phone number, email address, and Mezzo chasing page and all that attached to it. Chaser called me up. He's like, hey dude, that was kind of dumb what you did there. I passed like a couple vehicles just to get ahead a little bit because I was getting a little aggravated. Aggravation got the best of me, and I was like playing that Congo line because chaser convergence sucks. It does. But to have a chaser that I respect call me and it's like, hey dude, that was pretty stupid. I'll own up to it. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, I'm kind of did something dumb. And when I go back to review it after talking to him, I'm like, wow, I absolutely screwed the pooch on that one. And I called the chaser back in. I was like, hey man, I appreciate you calling me out on that because that was completely stupid. I don't know what I was thinking on that. I'll own up to it, and I'll issue a public apology and stuff to like chasers that may have affected and all that. That's the way it needs to be. Not trying to defend that action and doing this. Absolutely not. And Brandon, you were never in a situation close to Team TwistX at all. At all. And for you to come up with that is some big time shitbag energy that I've never seen in a while. Haven't seen that in quite some time in the chase field. Thanks for making 2026 memorable. You're officially worse than CJ Logner. And like CJ is the worst. Then you got this guy right here that topped it off for 2026 so far this chase season. So chasers, keep everyone accountable. Be humble. If you do something that's a little bit controversial and all that, acknowledge it. Own up to it. Look into what you did. See how you can improve it. See what you can do to keep it from happening again. Because stuff like this, if we can't police our own and we just let this happen without us saying anything, the more and more it's going to happen and the more restrictive our craft and our hobby is going to become. But I want to applaud a lot of chasers, like a metric ton of chasers have called him out. And I'm one of them. I called him out, got blocked. Anyone that has called him out so far has gotten blocked. And hearing the list of blocked people that I've talked to in our community is quite significant. And for that shows me our community is policing our own. And that's absolutely what we need to continue doing. Keep up the great work. Let's keep policing our own and make it a safe season because we don't need stuff like this going on. There's already one rumored chaser accident with one of the KOR vehicles this year. We don't need anything else. Don't give them reasons to make chasing restrictive. But you guys are on the ball. I was on the ball. As soon as I seen that Friday night, we got at it. Called him out for what he did. Not trying to bully him. Just calling him out for being this dumb. Then he goes on to do this and really boil the blood of the chaser community. No, it's not needed. It's not welcomed. Brandon, I certainly hope you decide you're not chasing at all anymore this year. And if you do, I would suggest staying away from a lot of people because I comment like that, I'll just end up like Team TwistX buddy, you didn't make friends on that one, and I wouldn't expect a warm welcome because I could see some chasers taking it to heart. I know I did. That made my blood absolutely boil. And I imagine a good percentage of our community, you boiled our blood on that. And it'd behoove you just stay away from us. We don't want you anywhere near us. We don't want to associate with you. If you're going to go out and chase, stay well away from us. And stop doing dumb stuff. But I don't think you're going to... I think you're going to continue doing dumb stuff because you're justifying this with this in that 20-minute video that you blocked everyone from seeing. So with that, chasers and everybody else, this is a little bit of a rant, but it's something I needed to do. We need to hold people accountable. Our own community. So with that, looks like we're going to be getting into an active swing here soon. I took the whole month of May off to be able to see what I can get to this year. Hopefully we don't go to Death Ridge May, which is where it's actually quiet season. It looks like April's going to be probably a good play for the month if I can get out there and play with the work schedule. But mainly I took a vacation in May. Because May is pretty much the big time frame of being able to go out and chase. But we'll see what happens. But here, let's keep everyone accountable and let's police ourselves. If I mess up, I absolutely want someone to come confront me and tell me that I'm screwing up. It's just the way that it is. The way it should be is accountability. We police our own. We ensure the safety and security of our craft. You know? But other than that, I'm going to leave you with that. Let's watch this again before I close out.
The wind gusts that you feel all the time.
It's looking.
I know it is. I know it's just trying to get that
Looking right
hook.
over us.
Yep.
You sure we should
Yep,
just
we're
back
good.
up?
No, we're good right here. Just trust me.
This is the RFD.
It's going to go right in front of us on the highway. Oh, we got power flashes. We got power flashes.
Power flashes. Right straight above the sign right there, the interstate sign. We got power flashes.
I'm getting peed on it.
Me too. There, your power flash.
As long as those power lines are on the right, we're good. If we got power...
flash.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There's something on the ground.
Yeah, there is. Certainly something on the ground. Okay, start backing up. Start backing up.
We gotta go in reverse.
Hold on.
Oh shit, we gotta go.
Yep, nice and easy. Easy. Don't freak out. Just nice and easy.
I can't freak out, that's for sure.
There ain't nothing behind her. Just turn a U-E. Just make a U-E. Go up the wrong way. There's one car coming.
Watch the car. I got him. All right.
Get in the breakdown lane on the other side.
Over there. All right,
There you go.
Just get down that ramp. We're good.
Got it.
Yep. All right, slow it down so we don't roll.
You have to remember we're going up the wrong way.
Got it.
There was.
And I'm going to leave that off with that. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and check out Mezzo Hunt Severe Weather Coverage on Facebook and on YouTube at Mezzo Chasing for YouTube, where I'm going to be getting into the swing of things of regularly posting content on there to get away from the Facebook platform, because the video quality for Facebook platform is kind of trash. But with that, chasers, be safe out there. Keep doing what we're doing on calling out people when they do dumb stuff like this. Brandon, buddy, you don't have friends in the field anymore. You kind of trashed that with this comment, trying to justify that. But check out YouTube and check out Mezzo Hunt Severe Weather Coverage on Facebook and YouTube at Mezzo Chasing, where I'm going to be getting over there for some quality content there, where I feel like the quality is a lot better to be posting. As you can see, The office space is kind of bare here. I'm getting ready to move to, I'm actually moving to a downstairs unit with a patio and stuff like that. It's going to be quite nice, but I'm getting everything ready here. As you can see, I used to have all my photos and all that on the wall. It's now bare. Yeah, getting ready to move, whatnot. No fish tank and all that. But with that, check out the YouTube, check out the Facebook page, like, subscribe, follow. Both ends would be appreciated. Chasers, you come across my video and you're trying to look for some justification or some type of summary to describe what this guy's done, feel free to share my video with other chasers and other people in the community as showing what Brandon Alexander did, because I absolutely want to have this guy held accountable for his actions, and for him to double down and try to justify it and he's not backing down on that fight is very concerning, and it should be scary for the chasers in the community that he's not backing down on that decision on what he did. That's absolutely terrifying, because many of us chasers have gone down I-44 in less than ideal conditions, and to see something like that, if that was coming right at us, we wouldn't have time to stop or anything like that. It could have ended badly. Luckily it didn't, but the scary part is Brandon is doing everything possible to justify what he did. He sees no wrongdoing in those actions, and that should be scary for us. It should be scary for the community, and it should be scary for those out there in the public that you got someone doing that in less than ideal conditions, putting not only themselves at risk, putting the community at risk as well as if something were to happen. Now emergency resources will have to be rendered to them instead of focusing on primary like storm damage and destruction going to stay applied from the property, but instead, if something were to happen, emergency resources would have to be spent to save those people, because the guy decided it was a best way to escape going into incoming traffic. So chasers, feel free to share my video here with anyone in the community. Feel free to. It will be made shareable on my social media page and at Mezzo Chasing on YouTube. So please share it around. Have that discussion. For chasers that run YouTube and Facebook pages, please use this video. By all means, use this video as this talking point. Or come on and have your own discussion like I did today about Brandon's decision behind this, and with him doubling down that he didn't do anything wrong. We need to be accountable for our actions, and he's not. We need to make him accountable. And I think if you guys share this video and we get this talking point going, because the talking point is already there, it's already on social media, he's already been blocking people, but I think if we take a step further and post it out there on YouTube and our social media pages and stuff like that, and show people this guy is doing this, maybe we'll get something done with it where he won't be able to chase anymore, because, or get that community outreach of calling him out enough to where he's like, man, if he starts taking ding on followers and stuff like that, because like, man, this guy's dangerous, he's not being responsible, he's not acknowledging that he did this, that's absolutely a problem. And once he starts taking dings on those likes and stuff, maybe helping up common sense notice, like, hey, people don't like what I just did. This would be the talking point that we need. So, other than that, everyone, have a great week, and we will come back in with updates when I get them, with severe weather coverage and all that. I know we're getting ready to swing into an active weekend in a week up ahead. The extent of that activity is up to remain uncertain at this point in time. The more digging I can do into it, probably tonight, tomorrow, to get just what's going on, to see what conditions may have to be met. We'll update everyone. But other than that, everyone have a safe week and enjoy the week. Tom out.